What's good, man? We here with segment 2. I'm Demi D, your host, and we here with If You Ask Me, music and movie culture from the late 80s to the mid 20s. And as usual, man, after every segment, it's like an hour of debate. I'm loving it, man. I'm back on deck. I got Dan, I got Rob, and we in the building, man. So right now we're gonna have an album segment. Sometimes we talk about a particular album. And this is a big album to hip hop. I think it's a big album to down south. I know they love this album. We love it up here too. Two legends in the game, a legendary group. Rest in peace to one of them. This is UGK, and we're going to talk about their third album, Riding Dirty, which is widely considered as a classic. The group is Underground Kings, and it has Bun B, and you know the legendary Pimp C, again, rest in peace. So I know you guys are big UGK fans. You know, I like UGK. I'm not a big fan, but I do fuck with this album. I'm gonna start with you, Rob. So this is one of your favorite groups, also, right?
One of my favorite groups, yeah.
So I mean, is this your favorite album from the group, or just one of them
not
that you
my
like?
favorite. This is one of them that it actually stands out a lot because of the influence, especially of them talking about the cars and stuff.
A lot of car talk.
Yeah, a lot of car talk. They do a lot of caddy talk. So I love
A lot of caddy talk.
Love the caddies, man. Love gripping on wood wheels, all that good shit.
What was your first thoughts when you heard the album? Had you already heard all the prior albums before this, or?
I was literally on the Parkway with that joint. I'm from Jersey, so you already know Parkway is pretty much where.
Shout out to Brick City, B.
Pretty much where we get it done. So I just let that shit rock one day, man. I was after hearing the first album, I knew what to expect from them.
Right.
But culture is different between Jersey and Houston, so
absolutely. I'm talking about 96.
Some of the things I didn't know exactly what they were talking about, but it kind of resonated a little bit of it on me.
So, I mean, I definitely will say that, having the experience of, I'm kind of young compared to you guys, or not compared to you, but definitely, I feel like I'm a little bit younger than you because I ain't got that gray in my beard yet.
This is coming, though. I'm working on my gray.
It is coming for me, too. I'm sure I'm going to have some, I just jinxed it. But yeah, no, I really love every track on this album, but I really wanted to know, you say you love the car talk, and it's definitely that's one of their big things is just talking about whips and
the detail is very nice, man. I like when people get into detail in certain things that they talk about. If you talking drug talk, you get into detail into that shit, and especially cars. You start talking about the interiors and the rims and shit. That's just dope.
I'm gonna say growing up kind of in between eras where you're starting to hear some of the trap stuff start to bleed in and come out, and you're starting to hear Gucci Manes and stuff like that. You can identify right away where UGK comes in. Mm-hmm. Bun B and Pimp C to me are I don't know, they're upper echelon tier. They deserve more credit than they get.
I mean, they one of the first out their city, aren't they?
Yeah, especially group wise.
Especially group wise, right? I feel like they get. I don't know, man. It's hard these days. It feels like sometimes people get the props they deserve, and then it's at the same time it's
They definitely. I'll say this. They definitely get the props from the South. In the South, they definitely get it.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say up here, we don't. It's a little bit different.
Might not be as aware.
There's a little bit of a numbness to it, but I mean, I feel like Jay-Z definitely helped bring up the influence. There's artists that were influenced by UGK that were inspired to be yo, come on my track. So that's how you get what do you call it, Izzo and songs like that.
So I'm gonna say, for me, I was kind of late to the party with this. Like I said, this is 96. At this point, I'm a Wu maniac, Mobb Deep.
Yeah, of course.
So, but my father was definitely into hip hop heavy. So a lot of the shit I ain't listened to, he might have had. So I ain't get onto this. So I'm gonna say maybe 2 years later. But I was digging it when I heard it, and I definitely the Big Pimpin' shit. Honestly, my first feature for them was 50 Cent. And 50 Cent has a song called As the World Turns.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And Bun destroyed that shit.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
he destroyed it. So that was kind of my first experience with them being featured. But yeah, this album is definitely on deck. I'm going to say, what is it, the One Day, the first track on there. I feel like the music on there the music on there is just so different from East Coast music, man. West Coast and down South music is just so much more like, you know what I'm saying, right? More melodic, especially at this time.
Because the culture there is way
It's
different.
totally different,
they're
right?
doing lean, like I said, they're doing lean.
Right,
Parking
more
lots.
laid back,
Yeah, parking lots with the whips, they just
chilling, right?
Exactly.
In New York, we angry all
You
the
know what's
time.
surprising
shit.
to me? They're talking about lean in the 90s.
They've been on it. It's just maybe it was more undertone, but they've been on it.
Yeah.
That's why when what's his name Siegel talk about it, he always shout out Bun because he know they've been on that
Right.
lean trip. But this was the Murder, Diamonds in Wood.
3 in the Morning was probably my favorite
Yeah,
track.
3 in the Morning's a joint?
Fire, yo.
That track just like the cadence of it just stuck in your mind the whole day. You just see yourself like going down real son like candy paint.
They had a lot of cadences on there.
Yeah, so you just find yourself in the middle of the day just doing this.
They had some. My jig was That's Why I Carry. They had a lot of topics on here too. Like you said, there's a lot of car talk, but it's a lot of talk on here. They got the one day shit. You know, you lose your life one day. The murder. You got the fuck with me because I drive the car joint. But then you got touched. You get touched. You got That's Why I Carry. Like they got a lot of. I got more appreciation for it going over it again for this segment. Like this shit is dope, man. I'm gonna ask y'all what's your favorite beats on there.
Favorite is gonna be Murderer. That beat.
Yeah,
That beat's hard.
Bun went crazy on that shit. What'd you say,
I'm
Dan?
gonna say One Day. I know we said it
One
already,
Day night.
but
One
that
Day.
track I still have it set as one of my alarms to wake up to.
That's
I like.
another
I don't know why it brings me like a positivity in the morning.
It's
Hearing
that-
that well.
That, ooh, it has that feeling. I know what you're saying. Yeah, man. That's Why I Carry. I love that beat. I love that beat and Touched. But overall, man, this is a great fucking album. Shout out to UGK, man. I'm gonna put y'all on the spot, man. Who's better?
As far as
On the Pimp, man. Hey, man, listen,
really
man.
put me on the spot, bro.
Listen, man. I'm gonna put you on the spot, man.
That's rough.
I'm going Bun off top. They both bring something different to the table, but Bun brings what I like from an MC. I like guys that bar up.
I like.
Spitting.
I'm gonna say Bun has a consistency, but I'm gonna say I like Pimp C
Yeah.
way more.
Me
Just
too.
in terms of like he had cadence, he
Yeah,
had
the
was,
pizzazz,
he put in the singing
Yeah.
before the Drakes of the world were putting in the singing. You know
But
what
see,
I mean?
and I'm glad you said that. But see, he's making it like Zero,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He's making it melodic. He's making it a tune. Like Drake is always a fucking profession of love with him. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm like, God damn, his shit is never like. Can you just give me a swaggy song with your vocals and shit?
Right.
But shout out to Pimp C, man. Shout out to Bun, Underground Kings, legends in the game. Rest in peace, Pimp. If you ask me, we out. Subscribe, hit that red button, man. Demi D, I'm in the building.